Hey everyone, TimaeuSS. Welcome to another Artery Gear video. This is the November roadmap with a bunch of data mine stuff to prep you guys for what is coming up next. And I think I see a lot of you guys in the comments. I read all of them. I just don't unfortunately have the time to reply every single one, but I see a lot of you guys saying, it's going really fast. I don't have enough resources to pick up everything, and what's coming, should I save? So here I am with the November roadmap early this time. The developers didn't even have time to, post images and whatnot in the roadmap given to me. But we do have some data mine information, so I'll fill that in myself and hopefully help you guys prepare a bit early because whether or not you're pulling for waifus or metas, things are a bit tough in terms of resources. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to help you plan your resources a bit better in this video. So first things first, we still have 2 weeks left in October, and you'll be able to get a lot of resources from the reruns, the cream, the Artery event, of course the upcoming event as well. We just had Kagura, and we have other ones coming up. So more events are okay in the sense that we get a lot of rerun resources and pulls. Unfortunately, that means you can't grab everything, right? Because right now UE is happening, Elma is happening, and one of the biggest questions I get is, should I pull for UE or Elma? In my honest opinion, if you can save. Just don't even pull either, because one thing that I didn't put in here, but I know is that units that are unlimited will come into the shop. So in November, the Lewisia should be in shop. So if you didn't pull Elma, or you're thinking about UE or Elma, you can actually just grab Lewisia when she is in shop. So she'll be coming, I think November is what they have said. So this will be unique in the sense that for global, they're going to rotate a lot of the unlimited characters through, okay? And once they are in the shop, you can actually luck sack them off of other banners as well. Versus on the CN, you can't pull it off of raid up. You can only get it from the general pool. So that's one thing the developer is going to change. So, limiteds that have events, unlimiteds that have events don't actually feel like they're limited. Okay, so that is one thing. So again, if you're still deciding UE or Elma and you only have, let's say, 10-20 pulls, just save. Wait for November because there's some really big banners coming up, and pick up Lewisia from the shop that's going to rotate through, and you can go from there. Okay, so next thing, November roadmap. What do we have here? So we have a collaboration. We have I think this is the guild boss, but no one really cares at this point about guild bosses. But we do have guild versus guild. So this is version 1.5, guild versus guild. It'll fix a lot of the things that we have experienced, especially when after you attack, you don't get a lot of the feedback on the attack. The report isn't instant. I think they'll fix that. And also there were issues with, if you lose, you just don't get points, right? So it's screwed up with the matchmaking a bit, but I think they'll be fixing that with the point system. So even if it's a close game, let's say you win by 2 attacks, you'll still be able to get a lot of the points that way. So the matchmaking process should be a lot better. And then I think this is the new shop. So November we'll have a new unit, which in this case should be Lewisia coming up. I'm not sure if it's more than Lewisia. Maybe the next 3 could be a bit more. So we will see about that. And then we have events. Oh my goodness. The events we have is a collaboration and 2 events plus a story event. So what we can infer from that is the collaboration is going to be Frame Arms Zero. We have the data mine stuff. It is coming. Stylet plus Base Lard, and the other one that I don't remember the name of is they're going to be here in November. Okay, so if you watch my previous video where I recommended you guys to save, now is the time to hold on and grab Stylet. So for Stylet, there is already somewhat of a counter unit on CN, but I don't think we'll get that unit very soon. So Stylet is still going to be fantastic. She basically will address some of the issues with Madoka Cleave, and you can have a very built Stylet that can somewhat counter Madoka if you have the stats for it. So Stylet is going to be fantastic. In terms of the events, we have the Bifrost. So the Fall of Bifrost, 2 really good units, Isabel and Victoria. So Isabel will provide one of the most unique debuffs in the game, which is greater defense down, 73 5% defense down, and she is instantly godlike in PvE and can also do decently well in PvP as well, because she strips before the defense down, which is why in my previous video about Condor, I recommended not to pull Condor, because Condor does not strip before applying the defense down buff. And of course, Victoria is basically Spectre Tenebra. If you play E7, she is untargetable by single attacks as long as her allies are alive, and with her unique equipment, she can basically 100% dodge the attack when it's her turn. So with that said, they are both actually getting their unique equipments near or after the release. So I think, in my opinion, it's the right thing to do, because Isabel and Victoria, without their unique equipments, you really don't get their full potential. But both of their unique equipments released after their banner makes them instantly tier 1 material, right? So if you care about PvE raid and stuff, you can pick up Isabel. If you care about PvP, you actually want to secure Victoria, especially in the GVG setting. However, you don't have to, and that's the good thing about it, because we are getting Stylet and units that are really, really good. If you want to save your pulls, you don't have to, grab Victoria anymore. There are units that are slightly better now in terms of countering. She was somewhat used after unique equipment to counter the Stylet, because she cannot be countered. Oh no, she can be countered, but when Stylet counters, it's only half damage because of 100% guaranteed dodge. But now we know on CN there is a different one, Izumo, that really just destroys Stylet, so it's not 100% needed to pick a Victoria, which means you can save. So I'll have more details regarding those two banners when they're both coming up. Again, unlimited, so you can't save if you really, really do want to. And we do also have another event, which is Be Born and Die Again, and the return of Pavel, but it's unfortunately not her banner. It's Sakabura, or Sakabura, I forgot. But for her, she honestly has one of the best designs in the entire game. So beautiful, but unfortunately she is not that meta. To combo with her, you basically need Elma or at least Lewisia, and for a lot of people that may not be the case to be able to build a team that can work really, really well with her. But I probably just pull a copy to have her as my home screen. She's really, really great design wise, just not her kit in terms of the power creep nowadays. However, if you're a newer player or if you're stuck in the mid game, I would say she is not a bad pickup at all. She basically makes all story modes and PvE stuff that have mob stages really, really easy because of a passive. So she is not going to be a bad pickup. Again, she is unlimited. Okay, so that is basically what's going to happen in November, and there is a little part at the end that says we might be getting story updates. So story updates means clearance, even though in the data mine right now we don't see any clearance. But if this means, story updates and that is the event, we might have a dual banner again like we did with Yui and Elma. It will be Saka and Claris. So for sure 100% save to grab Stylet from the collaboration, and then grab Claris if that's what we are getting at the end of November for the story update. So that is pretty much the roadmap for the rest of November, and we are approaching the half-year mark for Artery Gear, so the developers have a lot of goodies planned and events, so we'll look forward to that. And can't believe it's almost at the end of the year. It's been a while since I've started covering this game, and I look forward to where the game goes. We'll have GVG, and this month again CN should have RTA, and by the time we reach November, GVG is going to be we'll have version 1.5 for GVG and RTA for global potentially around December. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.